Today, we're going to go undercover, deep inside the human body, to investigate a silent crime. It's a microscopic sabotage that happens cell by cell, and a lot of the time, we don't even know it's happening. I mean, think about it. What if the most dangerous thief was so small it was literally invisible, so clever it could just waltz right past all your body's alarms? Well, this isn't science fiction. These intruders are very real, they're metallic, and trust me, they are masters of infiltration. All right, so let's meet the main suspects in our little cellular crime story. You could say these are the elements on the body's most wanted list.
Okay, now what's so fascinating here is that this is basically a rap sheet for our top 3 culprits. You've got mercury, famous for the devastating work it does on the nervous system. Then there's lead, a notorious saboteur of developmental processes, which is especially dangerous for kids. And finally, cadmium, a specialist in wrecking our kidneys and bones. And here's the really unsettling part. These aren't just chemicals in a lab. We can run into them in old paint, contaminated water, pollution, even in some of our food. They're a hidden threat in our everyday lives.
So what's their secret? How do they do so much damage? Well, their greatest weapon isn't brute force, it's deception. They're so good at what they do because they don't look like a threat. In fact, they look exactly like something our body desperately needs. So that's the big question, right? How exactly do they pull off this incredible heist at a cellular level? How do they get past the body's security? And this right here, this is their main trick. It's called molecular mimicry. Over on the left, you see the good guys, minerals like zinc and calcium that our cells absolutely need to function. But then on the right, you see the imposters. See, heavy metals are shaped so much like these vital minerals that our cells get tricked. They basically roll out the welcome mat thinking they're letting in a friend when they've actually just opened the door to a saboteur. So once they're inside, the heist begins. And it's a simple but absolutely devastating 3-step plan. First, infiltration. They slip right past the cell's defenses using their disguise. Second, binding. They find a critical piece of cellular machinery, like an enzyme, and just latch on tight. And then finally, step 3, shutdown. The machine is now completely jammed, and that brings a vital bodily process to a grinding halt. You know, here's a perfect way to picture it. The heavy metal is like the wrong key that you stick in a lock, and then it breaks off inside. The lock itself, our cellular enzyme, it isn't destroyed, but it is completely, totally useless now. It's blocked. And this whole process, this crime, actually has a name: enzyme inhibition. This is the central mechanism of metal toxicity. It's not some loud explosion. It's a quiet, internal shutdown, happening one enzyme at a time. So what's the big deal? What actually happens when thousands of these tiny machines start getting shut down all over the body? What does the real-world aftermath of this microscopic attack look like? Well, the damage quickly becomes systemic. It spreads. As you can see, the nervous system takes the biggest hit by far. Almost half of the impact is felt right there. But our kidneys, which are our body's filtration plants, and even our bones are also major targets. This is a multi-front attack. And these systemic attacks, they translate into very real biological effects. We're talking about everything from brain fog and nerve damage to kidney failure and weakened bones. And in a developing body, the consequences can be even worse, leading to really profound growth and learning issues. Now get this, because this is the part that is truly mind-boggling. A single metallic atom, just one tiny intruder, can be responsible for blocking thousands of essential chemical reactions. The ripple effect from just one small act of sabotage is just immense. But it's not all doom and gloom. Our bodies are not just passive crime scenes, they're fortresses. And you know what? Every fortress has a defense force that's ready to fight back. In fact, our biology has been dealing with these kinds of threats for millennia. It's developed a highly sophisticated, always-on, 24/7 security system designed specifically to find and neutralize these metallic intruders. We call this system detoxification. It's kind of like the body's own internal police force and sanitation crew, all rolled into one. Its whole job is to identify, neutralize, and get rid of these toxins. And look at this. This is the really cool part. The defense plan basically mirrors the attack plan. Step 1, identify. Specialized security proteins act like patrol guards, finding and tagging the intruder. Step 2, neutralize. The tagged metal gets grabbed and bound up, basically put in handcuffs so it can't cause any more trouble. And finally, step 3, expel. the whole neutralized package is safely escorted right out of the body.
So really, when you think about it, what's happening inside us every single day is this constant invisible war. It's an ongoing battle between the heavy metals trying to sabotage our cellular machinery and our body's security system working tirelessly to protect us. And all of this, it leaves us with a really critical question. Our defenses are brilliant, no doubt, they've evolved over millions of years. But in our modern world where our exposure to these metals is only increasing, you have to wonder, is our ancient security system really prepared for a modern-day siege? That's definitely something we're thinking about.